Hello, boys and girls. It's time for us to do some reading. So what we're going to do, we're going to go over our new sounds. I'm going to teach you about the new sounds. We're going to read some words with them, and then we're going to look at our sight words, and then you are going to use your reading book that I sent home with you, the reading writing workshop, which is like the smaller one, and you are going to read a story from there like we normally do on Mondays. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do phoneme segmentation. So remember, that's when we take a word apart. That's when we take the whole word, we pound the whole word, and then we take it apart to hear each sound. Okay, so get your hands ready for tapping. First, we want to have it flat. You won't have a fist first because we're going to say the word, and then we're going to tap out the sounds and figure out how many sounds are in each of these words. All right, so the first word is foot. Please pound it with me. Foot. Foot. Good. How many sounds? 3. Very good. All right. Next, we'll do the word wood. Ready? Wood. D. Wood. Very good. How many sounds? 3. Very good. Okay, now let's do the word push. Ready? Get ready to pound it. Push. Push. Very good. How many sounds? 3 again. 3 again. Very good. All right, let's do one more. Okay, the next word is brook. Ready? Brook. Brook. How many sounds for that one? 4 sounds. Good job. That one had 4 sounds because we had that R blend at the beginning there. Excellent. Now, you may have noticed each of those words has one sound that was the same, right? One sound right in the middle that was the same. Well, that is the sound we're going to be focusing on this week. And that sound can be made in 2 different ways. It can be made through 2 O's or a U. Now, a lot of times when we see 2 O's, we think of ooh, like that. Well, sometimes 2 O's makes a slightly different sound. And when we look at the word U, or the letter U, we either think of the long U sound, which is U saying its name, or we think of the short U sound, which is right? That's our little motion for it, But U also makes another sound, and that's what we're going to go over. So OO and U can also make the sound that is sort of it's almost like between both of them. But if we look at this word wood and we go wood, the sound is It's not ooh, it's not it's So just look at how my mouth is, and if you have a mirror nearby, make sure to look at your mouth too. Okay? So it's not quite ooh, it's not it's It's like a combination right between those two. Okay? So that is the sound we're looking at for this week, and that sound is made by 2 O's or a U. Okay, so now let's look at some of these words. Some of these words we just took apart, but now we get to actually see them with the letters. So get your tapping hands ready again. I can't tap because I'm holding this up, but you know how to tap. We've been doing this a long time. So we're going to tap it out. We're going to tap out each of these sounds. Now double O, even though it's 2 letters, it only makes 1 sound. We've seen that with a few different letter combinations. So remember, double O means 1 sound. That's why they're underlined there. And don't forget the U, when we get to this side, is also saying the sound. Okay? So let's tap this one out. I just helped you with it, but we'll do it together now. Ready? Here we go. Ready to tap it out? Wood. 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 Okay? Let's try this one. Ready? Book. A book that you read. And ready? Good. Good. Like the job you guys are doing. Good job. All right, good. So we got double O. Now we're going to look at words with U that have that same sound. Now, sometimes it can be confusing because, you know, you can say the sound. Sometimes it says the U sound, but in this case, it says this sound instead. Okay, so these are some examples of words where it has this sound instead of the regular sounds. Okay, so let's tap these out. And remember, we've got an H brother right here, so let's remember his sound too. Here we go, ready? P, sh, push. How about the next one? Ooh, remember we learned this at the beginning of the year. When there's two consonants that are the same, like two L's right here, it makes one sound. Just one L sound, not O, just O. Okay, here we go. Ready? Let's tap it out. P, O, pull, pull. And last one, P-U-T. Here we go. P, put. Put. Excellent, boys and girls. Very good. So that's the sounds that we will be working on this week especially. Okay? If you need to go over them again, I'll send a picture of this paper so you can go over them again and see the different sounds that they make and just review reading them. But the next thing I wanted to show you are our sight words for this week. So our sight words are right here. Our sight words I'm going to read them aloud. If you know it, when I point to it, read it with me. All right, so our first one is after, buy, like I want to buy something from the store, done, every, soon, work. All right, I'll read them one more time. After, buy, done, every, soon, work. Okay, so those are our sight words for this week. Now, for our sight words, you have some options. You can either chop the sight words 2 times, like we normally do. You can go through the list and do it each word 2 times, chopping it so your arm's crossed over and you're chopping it with your other hand, like that. Or if you decide you want to do something a little bit different, and since there is some snow outside, if it's okay with your parents, maybe you can get all bundled up, get all warmed up, and go outside and trace your sight words. Trace your sight words in the snow. You could do that if it's okay with your parents. Or you can do some other things we also do, which is like the opera spell, where we sing each letter and then sing the word at the end. That's always a good option. Or if you have some Play-Doh at home, you can use your Play-Doh to spell out the words. Okay? So you only have to choose one of those options. Okay? So it's your choice which one you want to do. Totally up to you. Choose the one that you like the best. Okay? Then you're going to take out your reading book that was sent home on Friday. Hopefully most of you got it. And there's a story for this week. All right, so the story is called A Look at Breakfast. This week we're talking about where do we get our food? That's our big essential questions, like where does our food come from? So today's story focuses specifically on breakfast. Okay, so that is found on page 94 through pages 103 in your book. So you can read that on your own. That's what we normally do on Monday. And then you also usually read it for homework. So you can read that on your own or with a parent. It might be helpful to have someone there with you since we're just learning these sounds. But you can read that. And then that's all we have for reading today. I sent the spelling words. So you do have your spelling words if you want to start looking at them as well. But let's do just a quick little review before I let you go and read your story. Okay, so one more time. We have the double O and the U, which says w, d, wood. Okay, b, k, book. G, d, good. All right, and then with the U, p, sh, push. P, o, pull. And then p, t, put. All right? So there you go, boys and girls. That's the sound we're going to be focusing on this week. Okay, so I'll send pictures of these words and of your sight words so you can have them ready to do your extra activities. So remember, you're going to choose one of the 4 options for your sight words. You can chop, you can do the opera spelling, you can write your sight words in your snow, you can make them out of Play-Doh. Choose one of those, and then you're also going to read your story. Okay? So, and before your story, there's also some pages with some more words with the double O and the U. So you can look at that if you'd like to, but you don't have to. That's just something bonus, something extra that you can do. Okay? All right. That is all I have for you, boys and girls. I hope you have a lovely snow day and you get a chance to maybe build a snowman or have some fun in the snow.